What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking a little bit about this new wave from the Ursa Major wave, and of course this is the Riri Williams Ironheart. We're also going to be getting into the Modular Iron Man and the Hologram Iron Man, so stay tuned for this new episode on some of these figures from the Ursa Major wave. Alright, guys, so the first character we're going to get into today is Riri Williams. For those of you that don't know, Riri Williams, extremely intelligent, probably as smart as Tony Stark, especially in her young age, which means she's probably going to be even smarter than Tony Stark. She is definitely one of those exemplary Iron Man. She is one of the same. When we talk about Riri Williams and we talk about Tony Stark, she pretty much invented her own Iron Man suit with a box of scraps. I mean, this girl is phenomenal. The character of Riri Williams is not talked about as much as it should be, but she definitely is a power player as far as being part of the Iron Man legacy. Looking directly into this head sculpt, you get a really neat head sculpt of Riri Williams. Then of course you get that traditional Iron Man suit look. You have a small art reactor there in the center, which is baby blue. Then you get, of course, the two-tone Iron Man suit, the red and gold, and you do get a little bit of that gray. If you guys notice on the neck piece there, you get a little bit of the gray, and you get the same kind of gray there extended on the upper shoulders, part of that arm there. So you want to see a couple of different things in this figure. You also see the two-tone coming down on the legs. You get that gold, and you get that gold at the very end of that boot on the foot. So these are a couple of the things that you get from the actual suit, but you do get some cool accessories this time. If you're looking over here, you get kind of like that smoke that you could put on the hand firing a rocket or a missile, and then you get the same thing on the very bottom of the leg. You get that smoke, so you can put the smoke almost as her taking off in flight or her shooting definitely one of those repulsor blasts. So you get a lot of cool features in this Riri Williams, and you get a couple of other things. Obviously an open hand, a closed hand, and if you're looking at the glove there, it looks like you got two hearts there as kind of like those art reactors to let you know that it's on. And you also get a very cool helmet. This is the traditional Iron Man helmet, which I'll be putting on her in a couple of minutes, but just wanted to go ahead and show the character of Riri Williams head sculpt because she's pretty phenomenal. And if you guys don't know much about her, look her up. She's actually really smart. I'm not saying she's the smartest right now, but she might be. So these are a couple of the things that it comes with. It also comes with the right leg to Ursa Major, and something that the suit definitely shows examples of, or shows a lot of comparison to, is the Invincible Iron Man by Marvel Legends. If you notice, this is my Invincible Iron Man suit, and very similar even in head sculpt. You notice a lot of similarities, but that is my Invincible Iron Man, and of course very slim suited Iron Man for Riri Williams, kind of like my rescue from Pepper Potts. So this is a couple of things that you guys should be looking at when you're definitely looking at this scale. It is a slimmer look and also a very cool look to this Riri Williams done by Marvel Legends Hasbro. Alright guys, just wanted to show you one last look at this Riri Williams, of course, with the traditional Iron Man head sculpt that you see there. That is a very phenomenal head sculpt. You get a little bit of that triangle there in the center of the head sculpt to show that it's fully activated. And then, of course, you get the baby blue eyes to show that the head sculpt is fully functional. It is a little different from the Invincible Iron Man head sculpt, as you guys can tell, but of course it is a very neat look to this Riri Williams from the Iron Man legacy, also known as Ironheart. All right, guys. So the next character I want to get into, very excited about this figure, is the Modular Iron Man. For those of you that don't know, I grew up watching the old cartoon series. So this is the animated series Iron Man for me. I really like where they went with this. They did a great job on the paint, and they also did a great job on the head sculpt. My only thing, or my only concern, was that if you notice my face-off Iron Man over here, this is the original face-off Iron Man that comes with the Mandarin. And on the very top of the head sculpt, they gave it kind of like that yellow lining. Here, they could have done the same. Maybe give it a little bit of that gold lining on the very top of the head sculpt, just to give it that look that you see, or that appearance that you see in the old school cartoons there. Of course, in the 90s, you would see this kind of Iron Man. So just wanted to go ahead and show this off. But I really like what they did. They gave it those cool metallic colors. You get that metallic red and you get that metallic gold as well. And if you notice here, you get a lot more of those plates on the very center of the knee there. You get that gold plate, and you also get the two firing missiles there on the hands. So you get that nice transparent blue on the hands there, and you get a very cool look to that art reactor in the very center of the chest. You get that gold look there. One thing that I noticed is that they gave it a lot of cool patterns. If you notice there, you get those gold plates on the very front of the forearm, and you get the gold plates on the side of the legs and on the boots. So these are a couple of the things that I noticed. I really like what they did with this Iron Man. Like I said, my only concern was the very top of that head sculpt. They could have gone in a little bit more with some of that gold lining to the very top of the head sculpt, which they didn't do. I'm not sure why, but nevertheless, it is a new look to the old school animated series Iron Man, and I really like it. It does come with two interchangeable hands, and there you see the two interchangeable hands. And it does not come with any of the parts to Ursa Major. Just wanted to go ahead and point that out. But this is the newest look to the Marvel Legends Modular Iron Man. All right, guys. So the next figure I want to get into is the Hologram Iron Man. And if you notice, the Hologram Iron Man has that transparent baby blue, and you get a lot of that white lining just to show a little bit more of the detail of the actual suit. And it looks really neat, like the patterns that you see on the actual suit. And of course, on the hands, you get those two firing missiles. Of course, I used it as the hologram image is taking off in flight, but you guys can definitely use it however you want. And then of course, you get more of that lining going all the way down on the legs, all the way to the feet where the boots are. And this is a really neat look. Obviously, I wish that the AI would have had a similar color, but I'll show you what that looks like anyway, just if you want to switch up that head sculpt and put the AI head sculpt from the AI Tony Stark figure that you see there. You can definitely do that as well. So this is a very neat look at the hologram image of Iron Man. Want to go ahead and turn it a bit, show you what that looks like from the back. Of course, on the back, you don't get any of the white lining, if you notice there. So just wanted to go ahead and show that. But you do get all the cool lining on the hologram image in the very front of the figure. So just a couple of things that come with this figure as well is the two closed fists, and then you get the Ursa Major head sculpt, which looks phenomenal. So I'll be doing a review on that Build-A-Figure very soon, but just wanted to go ahead and show you this new figure from Marvel Legends Hasbro, the Hologram Iron Man. All right, guys, just wanted to show you one last look. If you were to interchange the AI head sculpt of Tony Stark onto this hologram image of Iron Man, that's what it would look like. This looks not as great as I expected it to, because obviously the Tony Stark head sculpt If it would have been a similar transparent color as this baby blue that you see here, it would have gone phenomenal with that head sculpt. However, it is not. But you guys can mix it up however you want. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Obviously, this is a big no for me, so just letting you guys know that. But it looks a little tacky for me. I do think definitely if the Tony Stark AI head sculpt would have been the similar color as the hologram image, it would have looked phenomenal. So just want to show you a couple of things that you guys can do if you ever decide to mix it up. And this is the hologram image of Iron Man by Marvel Legends Hasbro. All right, guys, so this is the episode on Riri Williams, Modular Iron Man, and the Hologram Iron Man. And if you guys like my content, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for the next notification, and definitely hit us with a like. I'm G Infinite. Peace out, YouTube.